Welcome to Stoic Lifestyle, where we delve into the profound wisdom of the ages. Today, we will dive into managing stress in accordance with Stoic values. This will involve adopting a mindset and set of practices that align with Stoicism's core principles of wisdom, resilience, and self-control. Here are 6 ways to manage stress through a Stoic lens. Number 1. Practice mindfulness and acceptance. Stoicism, a philosophical tradition that has stood the test of time, offers profound insights into managing stress and maintaining inner tranquility. At its core, Stoicism teaches us to embrace a mindset that prioritizes wisdom, resilience, and self-control. One powerful tool in the Stoic toolkit for managing stress is the practice of mindfulness and acceptance. Stoicism's fundamental tenet is the dichotomy of control, distinguishing between things within our control and those beyond it. When stressors loom on the horizon, the Stoic first pauses to assess whether the situation falls within their sphere of control. This initial step is crucial because it helps us channel our mental and emotional energy effectively. If the stressor is beyond our control, Stoicism advises us to practice acceptance. This involves acknowledging the reality that we cannot change certain external events or circumstances. Rather than futilely resisting or becoming entangled in frustration, we are encouraged to let go of attachments to specific outcomes and accept the situation with equanimity. Mindfulness meditation, a technique that has gained widespread recognition for its stress-reducing benefits, aligns seamlessly with Stoic values. Mindfulness is the practice of paying non-judgmental attention to the present moment. When facing stressors, mindfulness meditation can be a valuable tool for cultivating the Stoic virtues of wisdom and self-control. In mindfulness meditation, individuals learn to observe their thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations without judgment. This practice enables greater self-awareness, helping us recognize when we are responding to stressors with irrational judgments or excessive emotions. By acknowledging these reactions without attachment, we can gradually cultivate the Stoic principle of accepting what is beyond our control. Stoic mindfulness empowers us to navigate stressors with clarity and composure. Rather than reacting impulsively to external events, we learn to pause and evaluate whether the situation is within our control. If it's not, we apply the Stoic virtue of acceptance, recognizing that our well-being is not contingent on external circumstances. This approach can greatly reduce the emotional turbulence often associated with stress. By embracing the Stoic philosophy of control and acceptance and integrating mindfulness meditation into our daily lives, we develop the capacity to remain calm and collected in the face of adversity. Number 2. Maintain perspective. Negative visualization is a technique that may initially seem counterintuitive. It involves deliberately envisioning worst-case scenarios and contemplating the potential loss or adversity we might face. By vividly imagining these challenging circumstances, Stoics aim to accomplish several important goals. Firstly, negative visualization prepares individuals for adversity. By mentally rehearsing adverse situations, we become better equipped to face them, if they should arise. This mental rehearsal builds resilience and emotional preparedness. Secondly, this practice encourages us to appreciate the present moment more deeply. By contemplating the possibility of losing what we have, we develop a heightened sense of gratitude for the blessings in our lives. This perspective shift can enhance our overall sense of contentment and reduce the stress associated with chasing unattainable desires. In moments of stress, Stoicism advises us to apply the principles of negative visualization to reframe our perceptions of the situation. When faced with a stressor, consider the worst possible outcome that could result from it. This exercise may initially heighten anxiety, but it is followed by a crucial step, reminding ourselves that this worst-case scenario may not come to pass. By juxtaposing the potential catastrophic outcome with the reality of the situation, we gain a fresh perspective. We recognize that our anxieties are often based on assumptions about the future that are not guaranteed to materialize. This realization can be incredibly liberating and stress-reducing. Maintaining perspective through negative visualization and mindful reframing has a profound impact on stress management. It helps us distance ourselves from the immediate emotional reactions triggered by stressors. Instead of getting caught in a cycle of anxiety and rumination, we become more adept at viewing the situation with objectivity. By contemplating worst-case scenarios, we prepare ourselves for the potential challenges of life, making us more resilient in the face of adversity. Simultaneously, by appreciating the present moment and recognizing the transient nature of stresses, we cultivate a sense of contentment and inner peace. Number 3. Exercise virtue in adversity. Within the Stoic philosophy, managing stress becomes an artful practice of nurturing virtues like courage, wisdom, and self-discipline. Stoicism, a school of thought that values inner strength and resilience, teaches us to harness these virtues in moments of adversity. In this detailed exploration, we'll delve into the profound wisdom of Stoicism and how it can guide us in the art of virtue-based stress management. In times of stress, Stoicism encourages us to ask a pivotal question. How can we summon the virtue of courage to confront and manage the situation more effectively? Courage, as defined by Stoics, isn't the absence of fear, but the ability to act in spite of it. Imagine a situation where stress looms large, perhaps a difficult conversation at work or a personal crisis. Stoicism teaches us to face these stresses head-on, guided by the virtue of courage. Instead of avoiding or denying the situation, we embrace it with a resolute spirit. By doing so, we not only diminish the power of the stressor, but also cultivate inner strength. The Stoic path to stress management, rooted in the cultivation of virtues like courage and wisdom, offers a transformative framework. By intentionally practicing these virtues, we build resilience in the face of stressors. We learn to confront challenges with a courageous spirit, embracing them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. Moreover, by applying wisdom to stressful situations, we make decisions that align with our values and contribute to our well-being. We detach from the emotional turbulence of stress and embrace a rational, virtuous approach to managing adversity. Number 4. Detach from external outcomes. At the heart of Stoicism lies the profound teaching that our happiness should not be tethered to external circumstances. Stoics encourage us to focus on cultivating inner peace and contentment, regardless of the unpredictable and often uncontrollable nature of the world around us. The key to this resilience lies in detaching ourselves from external outcomes and finding joy in living virtuously. Stoicism acknowledges that much of what happens in our lives is beyond our control. External factors such as the actions of others, the twists of fate, and societal events are often beyond our influence. When stress arises from these external factors, Stoicism reminds us that our tranquility should not hinge on them. By recognizing the illusion of external control, we free ourselves from the emotional roller coaster of seeking happiness in circumstances we cannot govern. Instead, we direct our attention inward where we have more agency and influence. Stoicism invites us to find joy in the process of living virtuously, regardless of external events. Virtue in Stoic philosophy encompasses qualities like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. These virtues are the bedrock of our character and the source of lasting contentment. Imagine a scenario where external stresses, such as a job loss or personal setback, threaten to destabilize your emotional well-being. Stoicism encourages you to remind yourself that your happiness isn't contingent on these external outcomes. Instead, it is rooted in your commitment to virtuous living. Detaching from external outcomes equips us with a powerful tool for stress management. When faced with adversity or uncertainty, Stoicism teaches us to draw strength from our inner virtues. We become less susceptible to the emotional turbulence of external events because our happiness is anchored in our character, which remains steadfast. Furthermore, by focusing on virtuous living and the process of personal growth, we shift our attention away from the transitory nature of external circumstances. We find fulfillment in the continuous journey of self-improvement and in our unwavering commitment to living in accordance with our values. Number 5. The power of Stoic journaling for stress management and self-improvement. A Stoic journal serves as a sacred space where you can engage in introspection and self-reflection. In its pages, you record your daily experiences, thoughts, and emotions, all while contemplating how they align with Stoic principles. This practice encourages you to embark on a journey of self-discovery and self-awareness, key elements in managing stress effectively. Within your Stoic journal, stress becomes a valuable teacher. When moments of stress arise, you document them diligently. More importantly, you reflect on how you responded to these stressors. Did you react with equanimity and wisdom, or did you succumb to irrational emotions? The journal becomes a mirror reflecting your virtues and areas of improvement. The Stoic philosophy teaches that life's challenges, including stressors, provide opportunities to exercise virtues like courage, wisdom, and self-discipline. Through journaling, you document these instances of virtue in action. For example, when confronted with a stressful situation, you might have summoned the courage to face it head-on, demonstrating resilience in the face of adversity. Your Stoic journal doesn't just celebrate your virtuous responses to stress, it also highlights areas where you can improve. Stoicism advocates for continuous self-improvement, and your journal serves as a guide in this journey. You can identify patterns of behavior or thought that hinder your ability to manage stress effectively, and with this awareness, work towards personal growth. Regular journaling fosters clarity and perspective. When you revisit past entries, you gain insights into your thought processes and emotional reactions. This retrospective view enables you to recognize recurring stress triggers and thought patterns. Armed with this awareness, you can proactively develop strategies to navigate stress more skillfully in the future. Number 6. The Stoic Art of Desire. Management. Reducing stress through rational evaluation and value alignment. Desires, in Stoic philosophy, are often viewed as the wellspring of human suffering. Unbridled desires can lead to expectations that, when unmet, give rise to disappointment, frustration, and anxiety. The Stoic remedy is not to eradicate desires entirely, but to approach them with wisdom and discernment. Stoicism encourages us to scrutinize our desires critically. Are our desires reasonable and in harmony with our values and principles? Regularly re-evaluating our desires allows us to distinguish between genuine needs and superfluous wants. By identifying desires that are rooted in societal pressures or external influences, rather than our core values, we can begin the process of letting go of unnecessary sources of stress. As we engage in this process of rational evaluation, we begin to simplify our lives. Simplification doesn't mean deprivation, but rather a focus on what truly matters. Stoicism teaches us to redirect our energy and attention towards pursuits that align with our values and promote a virtuous life. Imagine the stress associated with a relentless pursuit of material possessions or social validation. By heeding Stoic wisdom, we can redirect our desires towards the enrichment of our inner character, nurturing the virtues of wisdom, courage, and justice. In doing so, we discover that the pursuit of these virtuous desires not only simplifies our lives but also enriches them with meaning and fulfillment. The implications of effective desire management extend to stress reduction. By discerning between genuine needs and superfluous wants, we lessen the burden of unmet expectations. We reduce the emotional turmoil caused by the constant chase for external validation or material possessions, as our happiness is no longer contingent on these fleeting desires. Moreover, simplifying our lives by aligning our desires with our values fosters a sense of contentment and tranquility. We find solace in the pursuit of virtuous living and the cultivation of inner virtues. Stressors lose their power over us as we focus on what truly matters.